What's going on, YouTube? It's Belthazor3457, and welcome to my first nuke video. Demolition mode on Underpass, and I'm using the mini-uzi with extended mags, the striker with extended mags, and Marathon Pro, Steady Aim Pro, Stopping Power Pro, and Tactical Insertion. Wahoo. In other news, this will be probably the last video that I upload that does not support the widescreen format. I made the changes to the format literally the next round after recording this game. So hopefully all future videos should support widescreen format. Yay. Well, onto the game. And of course I go for my mini-uzi kit. I have my mini-uzi with fall camo now, so that's awesome. I'm so happy, mini-uzi with fall camo. And what's special about this game is if you look at the teams, I'm fighting an enemy pre-made. If you look at their names, you'll notice that they're a preform. And the thing that's special about this game is, and it's the reason that I decided to upload it anyway, even though it's not in widescreen format, is I get to nuke this game. And I nuke an enemy preform team. And I nuke an enemy preform team that's using tubes, G18 akimbos, and rockets. That's right. They're a preform using tubes, G18s, and rockets. And I nuke them with an Uzi, with extended mags, and without using any tubes, G18s, or rockets. So yeah, enjoy. Now, notice that the bomb gets planted at B, and at first I was going to go and defuse it, but I was keeping an eye on my minimap, and someone fired a weapon at A, someone on the enemy team, so I decided to defend A, and sure enough I killed the diffuser. And I was about to go and try and save B again.
UAV online.
But here I've killed two planters at A in the past few seconds, and I'm going to kill that guy in a moment. But I decided I needed to stick around A and sort of sacrifice B. It's always a tough call to make to have to sacrifice an objective, but I killed, what, 3 or 4 people who were going into A, 2 of whom were planting A. Didn't really have much choice in the matter. If I left and went towards B, A would have gotten planted. And that's, you know, it's not a good trade-off. So I decided to stick around, try and secure A. And now we'll discuss the tactics. I decided to set up shop in this little block of buildings that are, I guess you could call them around A, because they're not really too close to A that you can't get to B effectively if you need to. And I was thinking about going to B a couple times, and I could have made it in time, probably. But I was just, you know, needed a day, I suppose. But I really like, in demolition mode, to secure an area kind of around the center of the map or between the two objectives, and just keep the area locked down so that it makes it much more difficult for the enemy to pass through, and by proxy it makes it more difficult for them to plant. Now this time, I knew my mini-uzi was out of ammunition, and I went to search for another weapon. Luckily enough, I found a ACR with FMJ on it, and I picked that weapon up. And then I go back to the roof because I saw somebody on the UAV who was coming. I pulled my striker back out, and I pull the ACR out and shoot that guy. I don't really know why people go up there. It's a really revealed position. I don't know, maybe that's just my opinion. Whatever. Let's see, I get that guy, and I get that guy in a moment. But first I reload and guard this little ladder because I expect him to be coming up. It's interesting because I spawn with tactical insertion, I put it up there, and I never die. You know, barring the nuke, but whatever. Still, I think it's interesting, even though I'm staying around a general area, I'm keeping it locked down to guard A. I mean, I get a nuke, and I nuke people who are using rockets and tubes and G18s. And sometimes, you know, nobody's killed me with them because I've been ambushing people, I guess. But you can hear the rockets and stuff going off if you're paying attention to the audio and everything. And I think it's kind of sad that a preform would resort to using tubes and rockets and G18s, and then still lose to someone who's not using tubes, rockets, and G18s, and get nuked nonetheless. It's kind of sad, but whatever. Notice when I use the helicopter I immediately targeted people in the buildings that were around me, and then switched to trying to harass their spawn. That was to increase my safety, in the hopes that nobody goes up the ladder and kills me while I'm using the chopper gunner. I didn't really have that much time to sort of escape. And I was aware of the guy who was under me, but he was in the building right under me and staying in there until the chopper gunner went away, so I knew he was not going to go anywhere. And here I take him out because he was really overconfident. Watch what happens. At first I'm looking around, I'm deciding what I'm going to do, and I'm aware that I'm very low on ammunition, I have no stun grenades left, and I'm deciding, I need to figure out what to do to better secure A, because they doubtlessly know where I am now and I'm getting flashed. And I make it out just in time to avoid a rocket. Yep, they're firing rockets at me. And watch what happens, they get overconfident. Got him. He thought because I was hit with a stun grenade, I was a free kill. Never, never, never be that overconfident. Especially when they're pointing their guns towards you. Even if I was blind firing a flash grenade, you know, I still could probably have killed him. And at this point, I'm trying to think quickly. I have two guns. Both of them are about half full as far as ammunition goes, roughly. And I'm deciding, okay, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Do I defuse? Do I wait until the next round to try and continue my streak? What am I going to do? Alright. I kill him. And I decide, okay, I'm one kill from my nuke. I have half a clip of ACR ammunition, so I can kill people at range. Let's make something happen. And I was about to jump down over that way, where the path is that leads up to A. But fortunately, this guy gave away his position and fired off a rocket. And I call in the nuke, and I call it in right after the bomb goes off. So my team wins anyway. All thanks. You know, if I ran down here originally, I would have put myself at risk, and I could have gotten killed. But I got the nuke thanks to some guy who fired off a rocket and gave away his position. And I nuked the enemy preform that was using rockets and tubes. And I do it with a mini-uzi with extended mags, and without using tubes. Or rockets. Or G18s, or anything of the sort. So awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Later.